This is Masayoshi Takanaka, a Japanese jazz fusion artist who's been delivering amazing records since 1976. Almost 50 years and over 30 studio albums later, I have yet to listen to an underwhelming song by Takanaka. Throughout the many years he's released music, Takanaka has experimented with his sound and style to a resounding success, going in different directions sonically throughout multiple different decades to top off a timeless discography. And I'm not just going to sit here and tell you about it, I'll show you. If you've heard of Takanaka and aren't really familiar with his work, it might be because you've seen this cover or heard of this album, All of Me, which is basically a greatest hits compilation from his early solo work. Takanaka has some of the hardest and most unique album covers to date, with each cover providing a fresh and unique vision of what you're about to listen to. From a young age, Takanaka was inspired by some of the greatest bands to ever pick up a guitar. From the Beatles to Led Zeppelin, Takanaka soaked in all the legends of the past in order to curate a sound that was perfect for him. But perhaps his greatest inspiration was Alvin Lee of 10 Years After, whose fast motions on the guitar left a long-lasting impact on Takanaka, and you can tell if you've ever seen a video of him playing live. During his early years as an artist, Takanaka was actually a part of a couple of bands, but bands come and go, so at an early point in his career, Takanaka had the chance to prove himself as an early solo artist, and with the release of his highly coveted album Seychelles, he did. So what kind of audience was listening to his music at the time? Well, Takanaka's music got bunched up with the wave of surf culture that hit Japan during the 70s. Japanese teenagers were getting introduced to the American surfing lifestyle, which went well beyond the actual sport of surfing. His tropical vibes can be seen throughout his music, album covers, and oh yeah, his surfboard guitar. Did I not mention yet this dude has a surfboard guitar? That's how cool this guy is. Not only that, watch this dude just play some casual musical genius on a train guitar. Takanaka's style of music is really just one big melting pot. It can range from an entirely instrumental album to an entire collab project with Little Richie. His projects usually feature a mix between instrumentals and vocals from either himself or guest features. Sometimes Takanaka will even talk on some of his songs, like this hilarious skit right here.
Hey, Takanaka, check out my new dreads, you know?
Oh, that's bad.
So what's going on?
Oh, I'm just chilling out. These girls just won't leave me alone.
Man, I heard you was jamming and stinks. Woohoo!
Yeah, check it out.
In my opinion, Takanaka's music is at its best when he's giving other people a chance to shine vocally. There are just so many gems in his catalog where you can hear someone just sing their absolute heart out and you can just hear some beautiful guitar strings play in the background. During a 1985 interview with a local Japanese TV station, Takanaka actually gave an inside look on how he was recording music at the time and how he was self-producing the tracks for his upcoming album at the time, Jungle Jane.
大体ね、僕の最近のレコード、この 1,2 年のレコードはほとんどミュージシャンいなくて、この機械が全部演奏してるんですよね。これがドラムでこっちの方がキーボードとかベースの音が出るんだけど、全部この信号でみんな動くようになってるんですよ。で、僕は元来キーボードが弾けない人なんで、これをちょっと速いフレーズなんでゆっくりやるしかないという。 これぐらいだったらなんとか弾けるっていう。なんで親は小さい頃ピアノ習わせなかったって今思うんですけどね。この速さでも間違えるっていう。
Masayoshi has an insane work ethic. From his debut studio album Seychelles, he released at least one album per year up until 1990, sometimes releasing 2 albums in the same year. Many people consider Takanaka's prime years to be the era in which he released music under Kitty Records, which spanned from Seychelles all the way up until 1984's Natsuzenki. During this time period, Takanaka showcased his limitless potential, giving us ranges from near orchestral masterpieces to low-key nighttime drive type of music. Masayoshi also wasn't shy from interpolating the work of others in a unique and creative way. His album On Guitar is actually a showcase of different techniques to use on the guitar, hence why he looks like a school teacher and there are guitar notes featured on the blackboard. On this project, Takanaka covers the track That's the Way of the World by Earth, Wind & Fire. On his 1978 album Brazilian Skies, he went even a step further and interpolated friggin' Star Wars and turned it into Brazilian samba. But what might be one of the coolest and most unique albums in his entire catalog is a little album called The Rainbow Goblins. The Rainbow Goblins is a children's storybook by Del Rico. In 1981, Takanaka created an entire album based off this book with narration and everything. This project and its sequel, The White Goblin, are some of the most unique records in Takanaka's entire discography. Unfortunately, both these 2 albums are not available on streaming services as of the publishing of this video, but you can find them on YouTube and other places on the internet. I highly recommend you give both of them a listen. In 2000, Takanaka created his own record label called Lagoon Records, and his output of music would slow down compared to the 80s and 90s. But despite not being as active, Takanaka's music has seen a sort of resurgence over the last 15 years or so, with younger generations discovering his work through the internet and social media. His discography has seen a notable uptick in streaming numbers over the last few years as his popularity among modern audiences has skyrocketed, and it's well deserved. And it's not only fans that have come to appreciate Takanaka's work, other artists have also paid homage to the city pop icon through sampling. Even hip-hop artists have gotten in on the action, with Benny the Butcher sampling You Can Never Come to This Place off the Rainbow Goblins.
Jump in the whip,
open the roof up. They tell you anything except open the book up.
Takanaka is still kicking it to this very day. He even sometimes visits the US for shows, as he most recently visited California this year, and hopefully he comes back soon. So if you ever happen to have the opportunity, take a chance on his music. I promise you will not regret it. Thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch this. It is always greatly appreciated. If you want to follow me on Twitter or my other socials, the links to that are down in the description. And with all that out of the way, I will see you on the flip side.